Hello and welcome to episode 37 of Your Exceptional Life, the weekly podcast dedicated to helping you rise to magnificence in every area of life. That's your life purpose or career, your movement, your social life, your nutrition, your love and relationships, your growth, your wealth, and your spirit, soul, or faith, whatever you like to call it. I don't want you to niche your life. I don't want you to be a great parent but suck at your health, because then you don't get much time left to actually enjoy your family life. I don't want you just to be awesome in your career but then not put enough time into your love and relationships, and you end up having a disastrous end to your life because you end up lonely, without love, and all of the rest of it. So you know me, this is a holistic view to life, not just looking at one key area. In most episodes of Your Exceptional Life, I look at all 8 areas, share with you the ups and the downs of my week, what I've been learning, what I've been struggling with, what I've been winning at, in the hope that it helps you in one or many areas of life. But there's always a but, isn't there? Having said that, let me say this. This week has been a devotion to continuity goals. So continuing with my 100 push-up challenge, which I'm happy to sum up to 62 push-ups. Started at 23, so I'm wrapped with that, but it's been very difficult. I'm struggling with 62. I've got grand final day here tomorrow, so there'll be socializing going on. Food, I'm just continuing on doing what I'm doing. Love and relationships, I'm continuing to nurture those relationships. Growth, I'm continuing to read and expand. Spirit, soul, and faith, same thing. And so wealth, same thing, continuity goals, awareness, a lot of stuff I've already been sharing with you on previous week's podcast. So this week I want to dedicate the entire podcast to career and life purpose, particularly if you are stuck in your career or life purpose. If you're a stay-at-home parent and you're working out how to transition back into some working life, if you're working full-time as an employee but you're thinking of maybe starting your own business, if you're a bit of both, a bit of employee, a bit of entrepreneur, and you're working out how to balance it out, and do you go all in or do you just stay maintaining both, I really want this podcast to speak to you. If you are absolutely flying in your career and life purpose, you might find this podcast beneficial, but more than anything, that it will just reaffirm to you what you're already doing. But this podcast is really dedicated to those people that are feeling a sense of grey. They're not quite sure. They know it's not 100%. They know there's room to grow. Again, to really simplify the language, you're just feeling stuck and you're unsure where to go next. And so I want to share with you 3 keys. One of them is probably the most powerful exercise I share with clients at my events, which is a table on doing what you love and loving what you do. I share with you what I call some secret questions, because they're questions that aren't asked very often. And I share with you just my learnings in giving yourself permission to live the life that you were born to live. So look forward to hearing your response on this video. I will cut to it in just a moment. But as always, please send me your feedback. I loved seeing some feedback from you guys. Many of you are saying that you're loving the audio, and then you like to go onto the website and check it out, check out the video, and you like to read the show notes to see all of the different links. Now, if you're listening to this podcast in iTunes or Stitcher, if you actually tap on the logo of the podcast, you will see the show notes come up, and all of the clickable links in your little podcast app, you can just click there. So you can click to previous episodes, you can click to anything that I've linked to in the show notes right from your podcast app. And so it's very easy to make the most of consuming Your Exceptional Life whilst you're listening to it on your phone or watching it on your phone, however you're consuming it. And if you're reading this on the blog, then again, I really hope that it's proving beneficial to you. Drop me a line, marcus@marcuspearce.com.au. Hit me up at social media at Marcus D. Pearce on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But for now, enjoy this exceptional career breakthrough preview, the 3 keys to helping you gain clarity on your exceptional career. And until next week, as always, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Bye for now. Hello, Marcus Pearce here. Hope you are flying along. Welcome to this video. I'm going to talk to you about how to break through in your career. If you're watching this, I'm kind of hoping you feel stuck in your career. If you're watching it and you're flying along in your career, whilst you still might find it valuable, you're probably not going to get much out of just reaffirming what you're already doing. But if you're stuck, I really want to help you get unstuck, because I've gone through 3 major career changes. Well, I'm in my 3rd major career, so 2 major career changes. And I want to share with you not just what I've learned, but also what I've applied. And so if you're watching this and you are feeling stuck, I really do think that you're in the right place. Now, first things first, I'm a journalist by trade. I used to do a lot of work in radio and TV, and so I can't stand being late. If I don't have notes here, I will be here all day and you'll be here all day. So I've got my trusty iPad, I've got plenty of notes. We're going to go into some major details on not just how to transition or how to break through or how to get clarity on your career, but then actually what to do, find the courage to do it and truly, without sounding overly corny, truly break through the next level of your career. So I'm going to take you through, in this video, I'm going to take you through three, I don't know if you call them secrets, but let's call them secrets for now because they're things that a lot of people don't do. And so if they're not doing it, whilst they might know the secret intellectually, they don't truly embody it. And so let's go through three secrets to really help you break through the next level of your career. Now, this is content that has been shared with people in over 50 countries worldwide. I've been privileged that this content on career mastery through my online programs and the rest of it, last time I checked, we were over 6,000 students in over, I think it's 56 countries. And we're not just talking America and, England and I suppose, Western countries. We're talking countries in Africa, countries in Asia, small countries I've never heard of, which is just a wonderful thing to see that this message and this content is cross-cultural, anytime, any day, gender, whatever generation you were from, whether you're a millennial or a baby boomer, I have no doubt that what I'm about to share with you can help you. And so, as I've said, I'm a journalist by career. I used to spend most of my time in the sports media. I transitioned over the course of about 6 or 7 years into personal growth, health and wellness media. I've had a bricks and mortar business with a chiropractic wellness center with my wife Sarah. Spent most of my time in radio and TV, and now today I'm privileged to run the Wellness Couch podcast network and my own program, the Exceptional Life Blueprint, which is dedicated to helping people rise from mediocre to magnificent in each of the 8 key areas of life. But right now, let's focus on your career. Let's get straight into this. Secret number one. The secret number one, first of all, is around smashing a belief that you weren't born just to get by in your life. Most people, sadly, we're talking upwards of 87% of people, are highly disengaged in their work. Just let me repeat that. 87 out of 100 people across the globe are disengaged in their work. They don't wake up and look forward to going to work, and when they get to work, they're either just going through the motions or they're almost doing what they can to not enjoy their work. So if you're in that 87% of people that aren't fully engaged in your work, I know that you're not bringing the best version of yourself into work, and that's okay for now because we're going to do something about it. But I also know that you're not doing what you love to do. And so the first secret here is to get truly clear on doing what you love to do, and the step before that is identifying what it is that you love to do. So get a pen and paper out. Let's get into this. What is it that you love to do? You really get a table. This is so simple, but so powerful. There's a great line, I think it's by Tony Robbins: complexity is the enemy of progress. I don't want to give you a complex riddle to figure out. I want this to be very simple and relatively quick in getting the clarity. So identifying what you love to do is step number one. Now, here it is. Get your table, 2 lines. What do you love to do? Now, I'll tell you what I love to do, all right? And I want you to write down what you love to do. Here's what I love to do. I love to research the principles of exceptional living. I love to speak. As you tell right now, I'm loving what I'm doing. I love to spend time with my family. I love AFL football. I love to go to the football, watch the football, read about the football. I spent many years in football media. I like to eat well and move well. When I eat well and move well, I'm a better dad, I'm a better entrepreneur, I'm a better leader, I'm a better friend, I'm a better husband. When I've got good energy, and particularly when I do these things at certain times of the day, I am flying. I love engaging with humanity. As much as this digital experience is wonderful because I'm speaking, I would much prefer right now to be speaking to you in person at a live event. I love being around people. I don't just work out of my office here. I go down to cafes and work. I love to get into the community. I love to be with humanity, and I love to travel. So they're just some of the things that I love to do, but they are the core activities that I love to spend my time on. And so I ask you right now, what do you love to do? If you haven't paused this video already to do it, please pause it now and write down what you love to do. Cool. Now, here is step number 2 in this very simple exercise to get clarity. What have you done today? What have you done today? Since you woke up, what have you done today? Now, what I'm going to get at here is, are you doing what you love to do? Here, let's get the evidence. Here's what I did today. What did you do today? What did I do? I woke up at 5, I started writing my book, which I do from 5 till 6 each day, and then I went down to the beach, I went for a run. So from 6 till 7, I went down to the beach and exercised, went for my run, did some push-ups, came home, made breakfast, eggs and greens into Pier's house, had it with the kids. That's what I did. That's the family time. That's eating well. I then went down to Tableview, my favourite cafe in Brunswick Heads. I organised podcast show notes for Your Exceptional Life, made some notes for this video that I'm recording, spent maybe an hour and a half down there, said hi to Mark and Alan and Tongi and the people that I know down there, engaged with humanity. And then I recorded a podcast video, and then after that, I did this. So that's kind of what I've done today. Now here's the key. Are the two tables, do they look similar? Do they look, they don't have to look necessarily identical, but can you draw lines to connect? Are you doing what you love? So if you have a look at this, am I doing what I love? Well, let's have a look. Research the principles of exceptional living. Getting ready for the podcast is doing it because I'm teaching what I'm learning to teach and all the rest of it, so you can see how that connects. Speaking, well, I'm doing it now. Now again, whilst it's a bit of a silver medal because I prefer to do it at live events, I still love this. I could talk all day long, which is why I have to have notes on my iPad to keep me to time. Spending quality time, I did that with the family, particularly at breakfast. I don't always have lunch with the family, but breakfast and dinner are sacred times. We celebrate them, they are ceremonial, and it also allows us to not just have good food, but having it with other people that I love. Consuming football, I haven't actually put any links there, but I have done a bit of that today already on the AFL app and listening to the radio on the way down to the beach. Eating well and moving well, I've done that this morning. Spending quality time with the family, I've already mentioned that, I did that. And yeah, engaging with humanity. Obviously when I was having breakfast this morning, when I was at Tableview and the rest. So you can see that you just want that to link up. If they have no linkage at all, then that's where we get into making a shift. And to make that shift, all I want you to do is to just bring one activity into your life that's on that things that you love to do side, and just do it for 5 minutes a day. Just progress, get some progress so that you can say that you're improving on doing what you love. So look at your list on what you love to do, and if you haven't done any of that today, please bring it into your day. You want those two lists to look somewhat identical on a daily basis. Most of the time when I do this with people, particularly for the very first time, their lists are different. So they're not doing what they love, they're not living their life on purpose, they're not living the life that they were born to live. So it's a very simple exercise to define, are you doing what you love and loving what you do? So that is secret number one, okay? Hopefully you can get some clarity out of that. Number two, what could you talk about all day long? These are some of the secret questions. What could you talk about all day long? Now in the Career Breakthrough Program, which I'll talk about later in this video, there are 10 questions to get you absolute clarity on what you're here to do. But let's just deal with this. What could you talk about all day long? For me, exceptional living, whether it's your career, movement, socializing, your nutrition, your love and relationships, exceptional growth, wealth, your spirit, all of these elements I could talk about forever, because that's what I love. It's in my heart, it's in my soul. Now, it doesn't have to make logical sense. It doesn't have to make any sense whatsoever. Generally with your life purpose, you can't help it. It's just something that comes through you. It is naturally who you are. But what I want you to consider is, what could you talk about all day long? Or what do you think about all day long? It's a magnificent obsession, so to speak. It's something that you truly, truly love. Other things which I love, family, football. I could talk about the football, particularly on a weekend when I'm not working. I could talk about the football forever. Good health. It could be anything. It could be, I've written down here, it could be dogs. I know people that are like dog whisperers. It could be surgery. You might be a surgeon, or you might crave being a surgeon. There's a wonderful example in a book called Mastery by Robert Greene. V.S. Ramachandran. He was obsessed with anomalies. V.S. Ramachandran was obsessed with anomalies to the point where he became obsessed with, why is it that people that have amputations feel that phantom pain in their limbs? He's created some incredible exercises to help people, to help amputees, not just relieve, but prevent, cure, remove the phantom pains or the pains in those phantom limbs, just because he's obsessed with anomalies. It doesn't matter what you are obsessed by. It is, are you following that obsession. Look at some of the best examples from the world gone by. Charles Darwin, the father of evolution, was obsessed with collecting specimens. Like when he was growing up, he'd collect shells and dead worms and insects and lizards and anything. Now look, you could say it doesn't make any sense. I would probably agree it doesn't make any sense. But if you look into Charles Darwin's life, it was all a wonderful part of the adventure. The man studied barnacles for 8 years, for crying out loud. That would drive me batty. But that's what he did because he was magnificently obsessed. What's your magnificent obsession? Your magnificent obsession often lies in what you just can't stop thinking about and can't stop talking about. It could be nutrition. My friend Cindy O'Meara, magnificently obsessed with nutrition. Damien Christoph, somewhat similarly obsessed with nutrition. You just can't stop thinking about it. Follow that. You must follow that. If you don't, you're denying yourself your intuition. And that's what we'll be talking about in step number 3. But really, these thoughts and these words, they are clues. They are clues in what it is that you were born to do. So write it down. What do you love to talk about? What do you love to think about? It just kind of happens. It's a magnificent obsession. It might be a closet magnificent obsession at the moment. Maybe your parents told you there's no way that you could do it. It's stupid and all the rest of it. But you know what? What are you magnificently obsessed by? If you don't end up living that magnificent obsession, you end up with regret. You end up with frustration, with resentment, with boredom, because the other thing you're doing is not a magnificent obsession for you. But you really want to get clear, first of all, on what it is that you can't stop thinking about, can't stop talking about. So that's secret 1 and 2 covered. Now secret number 3, I've just spoken without speaking there. Secret number 3 is to really give yourself permission to do 1 and 2. So secret number 3, and the way to do this, rather than deny yourself this magnificent career, which is words like, oh, there's no way I could do this, there's no way I could, whatever it is, be a dog whisperer, be a surgeon, be an accountant, there's no way I could make money from collecting specimens and studying, animal behavior, which is Darwin. Mozart wanted to be a composer, not just a musician. He wanted to be a composer. His dad was like, there's no way you can make money from that. You're a musician. Whereas Mozart eventually gave himself permission to do so. He had to essentially ostracize himself from his dad in order to do it. He went to perform at a concert and he never returned home. Okay, he gave himself permission, even though it was hard. What I ask you is, when will you give yourself permission? Now, the way to really begin this process of giving yourself permission is asking yourself a question. Rather than making a statement, I can't do this, I can't do that, go, well, how do I make money? Or how do I pay myself? Or how do I reward myself handsomely by doing what it is that I love to do? So let me give you an example here. How do I get paid to, sure, I've got it up here, run a retreat on the Greek island of Acadia, known as the island where people forget to die. Now, if you know me, you know I host a podcast called 100 Not Out. I am magnificently obsessed with helping people make the rest of their life the best of their life. Who are the leaders in this? Well, really, the Acadians on this Greek island, known as the island where people forget to die, they are the world leaders in doing this. So, how do I get paid to go and travel to Acadia and observe their behavior? Well, let me run a retreat for other people that are also interested and want to experience this island, and I'll run it for them, along with Damien Christoph. Now look, if I don't ask myself the question, how do I get paid to go and do it? I might never get there. I did it in 2016, we'll go back in 2018. Now you know what? Giving yourself permission to live the life of your dreams is half the challenge. Once you give yourself permission, your brain starts coming up with ideas on how to do it. But what I ask you right now is to write down the answers to this question. How do I get paid to whatever it is that you love? If you love to play music, how do I get paid to play the piano? How do I get paid to be a surgeon? How do I get paid to collect specimens? How do I get paid to compose music? Whatever it is that you love to do, which is what your answers from number 1, how do you get paid to do this? And that's where the career breakthrough begins to happen. When you give yourself permission, then a whole lot comes to the surface, a whole lot of clarity comes to the surface, and you can then really not just live your life on your own terms, but live the life that you were born to live. But that can only happen when you give yourself permission to do it. If you don't give yourself permission to do it, it's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever going to happen. All right, so There's 3 gold nuggets. I really hope you've enjoyed those 3 gold nuggets. As you can probably tell, I have to temper myself here or else we'll be here forever. But I have a 4-hour program. Now 4 hours, not 44 hours, 4 hours. So you could do this program in a week, right? But I have a 4-hour program which has many more gold nuggets on helping you create not just a breakthrough, but a career breakthrough to the point where you create a brand new career. So this program called the Exceptional Career Breakthrough, it's designed to help you, give you the clarity and the confidence that you can and that you will break through in the next level of your career, whatever it is. So you've got some gold nuggets here. Let me explain to you what happens. If you want my help, that's really the question you want to ask yourself here. Do you want my help in breaking through on your career? Do you want to go to the depths or the detail that I go to when it comes to truly clarifying what it is you want to do with your waking hours, with your career, with your life purpose, however you want to call it? Whether you're a stay-at-home mum, whether you are an accountant wanting to transition into a health practitioner, or whether you're a health practitioner that wants to become a lawyer, whether, it doesn't matter. I don't care your profession or what it is that you want to do. I want to help you get clear on it and then actually go out and do it. So this exceptional career breakthrough. Here's how it works. This is what happens. What have I got here? There's Yanni. How does it work? All right, so first things first, as I said, it's a 4-hour program. I've just given you a couple of those questions. What do you think about? What do you talk about? I run you through 10 key questions. It's a deep dive to truly get clarity on what it is you were born to do. It's all about clarity, because if you don't have the clarity, then you end up with 50 ideas on what to do next, and you don't know what to do because you're overwhelmed by it. These 10 questions crunch it down into the one key step for you right now, the one key career in your life right now. Now it might change in 5 or 10 years. As I said, I started in TV media or radio media and then went into bricks and mortar chiropractic business. Not sure if you can hear Tommy having a little cry out there. And then I moved into podcasting, digital, personal growth, speaking, all the rest of it. But for right now, I want you to get clarity. And so you have 2 modules on life purpose clarity. One of them is on the 10 key questions to clarity. And then the second one is on an interview I did with Karen Smith. Now, Karen Smith went through some major challenge. She went through the Bali bombings. She survived the Bali bombings. She was in a fit of depression for many years. And then she came out of that and now not just lives a life on purpose, but lives a life on purpose every single day and helps other people do the same. And so we go through really a rags to riches story, and then how did you do it, and then what was the defining moments, and where were the epiphanies, really to give you that confidence that you can do the same thing. You don't have to live Karen's life, but wherever you are right now, Karen went through a major career breakthrough, and she goes through the steps she went through in order to get better at her new career. So that has been widely received as one of the best interviews that Karen Smith has ever given. She loved that interview so much. She was so grateful for it. So that's always had a wonderful wonderful feedback. You also get a whole module on spirit, because if you don't put your spirit into your career, then you know what? It just becomes intellectual. So I help you reduce volatility in your mindset through what Dr. John Demartini calls the ABCDs of negativity. When you look at whether you have outlandish expectations to always be happy, to always win, for things to always work out for you. When you get obsessed to things always happening, you know what? It's really hard to succeed, because there's going to be times where you feel like you're losing and you're not mentally, emotionally, spiritually equipped with it. So I put a module in here to truly help you master your spirit, so that then your career, your life purpose truly has a grounding, a foundation that is strong, that is from your soul, say from your heart, rather than just from your head. If it just comes from your head, you get exhausted, mentally, emotionally exhausted. I also put in there a program called Live Your Life Purpose. It's a short course that I've done, which is a webinar process with a workbook that goes into some detail in terms of your behavior, not just what you love to do, but how you love to behave. I talk about bringing out 4 traits that are very specific to you, that no one else has the same way that you do, and owning them, and absolutely owning them. So you get Live Your Life Purpose. I also include in here an interview series I did called the How Do You Fly Summit. And this How Do You Fly Summit was an interview series done with people that have got incredible lives, but they went through incredible heartache as well. And whilst most people see on social media only all the great stuff, I really asked these people like Cindy O'Meara, Karen Smith again, Kim Morrison, Cale Brock, who had a heart condition. Kim Morrison had major financial upheavals, almost went broke, bankrupt, or her marriage almost fell apart. Cindy O'Meara lost many family members and best friends to chronic diseases, acute diseases. Steve Irwin was a family friend and he passed away, and it all happened within the space of 12 months. It was a major upheaval. And just asking Cindy O'Meara, how did you get through it? What happened? And all the rest of it. So you receive that interview series. You can't buy that interview series anywhere, but you can receive that interview series when you enroll in this Career Breakthrough program. And then you receive lifetime access to the Facebook group, The Exceptionals. So this is a group of incredible people that have either attended my events, enrolled in my Exceptional Life Blueprint program. You get a wonderful online peer group of people that support you. You have access to this group forever. There are some remarkable networks that have been created in real life because of this online group, and I invite you, I'll bring you right in as soon as you enroll in the Exceptional Career Breakthrough. So if you really want the clarity, this is the program to help you truly break through on your career. All of that there, valued at over $900, and you get lifetime access, not for $900 or $935 to be precise. You get lifetime access for just $97. That's right, $97 to truly break through on your career. You get all of the content that I've just mentioned. You get that lifetime access to the Facebook group, lifetime access to all the content that I just mentioned. As soon as you click now and enroll, it gets delivered straight to your email, and you can consume it from anywhere you are in the world, whether it's on your phone. You've got videos, you've got audio versions of the video, you've got worksheets in there to help you truly get clarity. It's all there for you. As I said, you have lifetime access. Now, if for any reason you don't think that it meets your expectations within the first 30 days, you've got a 100% money back guarantee. Very easy. If you feel like it's just not meeting your expectations, you know what? Get your money back. That's how confident I am that you will love this program, that you will find great benefit from it. So you have absolutely nothing to lose and so much to gain, specifically clarity in your career. Think of it, if the only thing you did get was clarity on what it is that you're meant to do, and you wipe out the other 59 options that you're playing with, well, you know what? I reckon it's a pretty wise choice to enroll in the program. If the only thing that you got was not just reducing the overwhelm, but to actually get access to the peer group of people that also see the world in the very same way that you do, tell you what, I reckon it's worth it. What if all you got from the program was the courage to actually leap forward? What if learning from people like Karen Smith and Kim Morrison or Cale Brock, or seeing the challenges they've gone through in their life, was the only thing that you got out of the program, and that gave you the courage to go out and live your career breakthrough? I still reckon it would be highly worth it. Now again, if you can hear Tommy out there, he's okay. He's just having a little moment at the time of the day. So look, if this is the time for you to truly break through in your career, come and join me now. Click the button. It's $97. Really, it's a pittance. It's about $20 an hour, I think, with all of the content that you have in there. And you get to get the breakthrough in your career that you deserve, because look, here's the deal. The number one regret of humanity is that I wish I'd lived my life according to my expectations, to my script, rather than the script of everyone else. And that's from Bronnie Ware's Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. You don't have to live with that regret. I don't want you to live with that regret. If you know you're ready to break through, come along. I don't want you to go, well, I kind of know it now, so I don't have to do anything about it. Information alone doesn't help. The behavior that you generate by completing this program will create a discipline within you that drives you to live the life that you were born to live the career that you were born to live. I want to not just hold your hand through this process, but I want to be with you every step of the way, so we can connect so much through the Facebook group, through the program itself. If you want my accountability, and I am just a gun for accountability, then please enroll. I don't want you to come up with excuses like I can't do this, I don't have the time, I can't afford it, and all the rest of it. Here's the brutal truth of the world. You can have results or you can have excuses, but you can't have both. If you have not broken through in your career, if you are stuck in your career and you don't enroll because you have an excuse, well, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you, but all I'm going to say is you're choosing one or the other. You either choose the result of a career breakthrough or you choose the excuse of not having a career breakthrough. You can't have both. So just choose which one suits you. All right, enough talk from me. I think I've done pretty well to stick to time. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Use those 3 steps that I've gone through, but more than anything, come and join us in the Exceptional Career Breakthrough. Click the button now, don't muck around, make the rest of your life the best of your life. Join us there, click now, $97. See you inside the program, and until next time, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Over and out, bye for now. Alright, so there you have it, your exceptional life for another week. Now again, I urge you, if you are stuck in your career, give the Exceptional Career Breakthrough Program a go. It's only $97. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. I can't imagine you're not liking the program, but if it doesn't fit for you, then just ask for your money back. Very easy. But really, if you don't master your career, every other area of your life suffers as a consequence. And so I don't care what it is that you want to do, whether you want to collect ants for a living, whether you want to spread your message with the world from the stage, whether you want to paint, draw, make roads, build buildings, travel, whatever it is you want to do with your career, with your life, with your waking hours, I have no doubt the Exceptional Career Breakthrough Program can help you. So give it a go. Would love to see you on the inside. And until next week, continue to live your exceptional life.